Yes, he wants us to be his sons and his daughters. And to the ones that are his sons and daughters, let me tell you, they're not going to tell you that the enemy is my father. They keep their cover. It's important that they keep their cover. It's important that people don't know who they really serve, because they have a plan to lead the Most High's people astray. They're working for the enemy. They're on the enemy's payroll. If you see them getting paid, our people wouldn't follow them. But they don't see that. And this is the part where our relationship with the Most High has to come in, where the Most High will show you them getting paid from the enemy to do what they're doing. So he says, now therefore, my son, do not listen nor attend to him. He's calling Yitzchak his son, telling him, don't listen to your father. Don't listen to him. Remember, are you of your father Abraham? Because if we're of our father Abraham, we would do the things he did. So now Yitzchak had a decision here. He's telling him, don't listen to him, for he is a silly old man. He's calling him a silly old man. The enemy will call you names. The enemy called righteous people names. He's a name caller. The people that's under him, they love to call people names. It's part of the attribute. We only hear the Most High in the righteous ones calling people for who they are. But here we see him calling them names. This silly old man. And let not your precious soul. He calling him a precious soul. Okay, here's truth. You see? We see lies mixed with truth. We can pull out all the truth and all the lies he's speaking. This is truth. Yitzchak was a precious soul. He did no harm. He did no violence. He was brought up in the ways of the Most High. He was brought up in the right way, under some mighty men. You know, Abraham, Shem. His knowledge came from Noah. With the knowledge of the 3 books, he had this knowledge. He had it. He was this made him a precious soul. So the enemy is right. And beautiful figure. He had a beautiful figure. Here's more truth. I told you, 50% truth, 50% lies. Our people don't know the lies when they hear it. And then our people deceive themselves to think, well, I'll take the good things that he's saying, and I will listen to the good things that he's saying, and I won't listen to the bad things. No, you are listening to him, and sooner or later, you're going to listen to the bad things. You're going to think that's good. Why? It's called blindness. You're going to eventually getting blind. We are not to listen to the enemy whatsoever. Period. Because if you start listening, you notice Abraham rebuked him. You see, our people want to talk to him. Now let me bring this home. Let me bring this point home so everyone can understand what I'm saying. Shaul is a worker for the enemy. This we know. Have new people come into the comment section, new people come into the channel, and they are talking about Shaul. Yeah, I saw this. His father is the enemy. Satan is his father. He's doing the works of his father. He is a liar. I can only hit the like button. I like your comment. Very good job. You got it. You understand it. But there are many that do not understand that he is a worker of the enemy. He brings lies and he brings truth. We can go to his letters and look at the lies and look at the truth. And we can't say, well, I'll listen to the good things, only the good things. You're listening to a liar. What did Abraham do? Abraham rebuked him. He didn't listen to just the good things, the 50%. He rebuked him. Shaul needs a rebuke. And Shaul gets a rebuke from the righteous. And we don't say, well, the good things he said, I can take some of this. The Most High don't like this. The Most High frowns on this. I'm going to take the good things he said and I'm going to use that. The Most High said, I gave you all the good things you need. You don't need any good things from him. You need good things from me. And see, we slowly but surely listen to the enemy and we don't know what we're doing. So he said, you have a beautiful figure. He says, be lost from the earth. He says, he's telling him to go away. Don't let him find you. Run. Run. Be lost from the earth. And Yitzchak heard this. Now, what did Yitzchak do? He was, he had to go to his father. And he said unto Abraham, has you heard, my father, that which this man has spoken? You heard what this man spoke? Even thus he spoke. He told him what he spoke to him. He said, here it is, 50% good things, 50% lies. Then Abraham answered his son Yitzchak and said to him, take heed of him and do not listen. He said, don't take heed to what he's saying. Don't listen to this person. Take heed to me and don't listen to him, nor attend to him. You see? Don't take the good things he's saying. Wait a minute, Abraham. He said some good things. Can't we take the good things? Nor attend to him. For he is Satan, anyone in their right mind. So you're going off track when you start listening to the enemy. Our job is to recognize him and rebuke him. Don't listen to him, period. Again, the Most High is jealous. If we start listening to the enemy, he will stop talking to you. He will step back from you and I. It's okay. You want to listen to the enemy. I've told you everything you need to know. Why are you talking to him? He stepped back. Then you start blinding yourself. Next thing you know, you off track. You doing things you ain't got no business doing. You want to dibble and dabble in iniquity now. I wonder what it's like to do this. I wonder what it's like to do that. I've never did this before. Let me try this. Now you ready. The enemy has you set up and ready to rebel against the Most High. And the enemy will be there to see. He's going to coach you into this. Then he's going to see that you get tortured and punished. And judgment and shame covering your face. He's going to be right there. That's just what he wanted. You weren't strong enough to rebuke the enemy. The right rebel will rebuke the enemy and not listen to the good things that he's saying. So he said he is Satan. He's trying to draw you aside this day from the commands of the Most High. And he rebuked him again. Abraham knew he's trying to draw you away, son. He don't want you in this way. Remember, there are two ways. And he's trying to draw both of them away. When he can't reach one, he go to another. If the enemy can't get to me, he go to my wife. If he can't get my wife, he go to my children. And my children better be ready when he comes, because he is coming. He comes at you. You don't think he's not going to come at your kids? You don't think he's not going to come for our wife? He hate us. He want our children. He want us and our children to be his sons and his daughters. And some of our children, they exchange and he becomes their father. And the Most High have to sit back and let it happen. Matthew 6:24. Yahushua told us you cannot serve two masters. We saw you're going to serve one and hate the other. We're going to rebel against one or the other. When we rebel against the Most High, we are called rebels. When we rebel against the enemy, he look at us as the right rebel. He's saying this one is the right rebel. This is the one I love. This is the one that loves me. This one doesn't want to hear anything the enemy has to say. This one says, man shall not live by bread alone, but man shall live by every word that comes from the mouth of the Father. This is the right rebel. This is my son, in whom I'm well pleased. He's well pleased in the right rebel. Make sure you're the right rebel. We have to make sure, each and every one of us, we have to make sure we're the right rebel. So no one can serve two masters. You can't serve good and evil. See, when you listen to the Father and you listen to the enemy, you can't do it. You're going to end up serving one and hating the other. You either will hate one and love the other. You're going to be loyal to one and despise the other. How can we go from loving the Most High to hating him? Very easy. The enemy has done this. The enemy has caused us to get sidetracked. The enemy has taken us away from where we should be. You cannot serve the Most High and the enemy. This is what we have to understand. This is the Dead Sea Scrolls. I think you understand what it means to be a right rebel. Very simple message. You understand now what it means to be a right rebel. In the Dead Sea Scrolls on page 134, and the Most High gave us this before. Until now, we know this. Until now, the ruachs of truth and injustice, there's two ruachs, struggle in the hearts of men. Here is that right. The righteousness. Here's the light. Here's light and darkness. We're going to choose one or the other. And they walk in both wisdom and folly. This is what our people don't understand. We walk in both wisdom and folly. So if we're going to walk in wisdom, you would say we're going to walk in all wisdom. No, this is saying we're walking in wisdom and folly. Why? An enemy has crept in. We're in the dark ages. According to his portion of the truth, so does a man hate injustice. So it's according to how much truth you know. You know, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. We perish. It's simple. For the lack of knowledge. This is why the enemy worked hard at getting us to follow his lies, his untruths. So the truth for this does hate injustice. Righteousness going to hate unrighteousness. And according to his inheritance in the realm of injustices, so he wicked, so hates the truth. And the wicked will hate the righteous. This is one against another. For Yahuwah has established two ruachs in equal measure until the determined end. This is in us until the determined end. We have to know this. There's a fight going on within us. Two ruachs, good and evil. And until the renewal, we need a renewal. And he knows the rewards of their deeds from all eternity. He have allotted them to the children of men that they may know good and evil. This goes back to what the first man did and the first woman. They knew good and evil. Now we know good and evil. Good and evil is in us. We know good and evil. This is how the righteous men, they were able to talk to evil. Talking with evil. Talking with darkness. And they were light. So it has been allotted to the children of men to know good and evil, that the destiny of all the living may be according to the Ruach within them. This is according to us, according to how much word we have, which one we're going to follow. Them in the time of the visitation. So we must understand there are two ways, there are two Ruachs within us. We have to choose between light and darkness, and we have to, the Most High expect us to rebel against the wicked and to become righteous, become the right rebels. We want to be the right rebels. If you're not the right rebel, you have to do everything in your power. You have to be like Yahushua. He endured those trials and temptation to become the right rebel. That's something you're going to have to do to become the right rebel. And it may not be easy. It depends on the word that you have. It depends on your walk with the Most High. It depends on how much you love the Most High. Now you understand the right rebel. Shalom.